Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about motherhood and mental health. So I'm a mother and I'm also a mental health professional. So this topic is very near and dear to me. So first, I wanted to have just a little chat about the topic just generally, and kind of considering like thinking about what motherhood means to you. Like, how were you mothered? What type of relationship did you have with your mother? How did your mother handle her mental health, or how did she handle her stress? How did she balance? Did you see her taking time for herself? Did you see her setting boundaries? So consider those things because sometimes they can kind of sink into and bleed into how we are as mothers based on how we were mothered. And if you didn't have a mother, just consider maybe guardians or support persons that were around that kind of were in the role of a mother for you. And then you would ask yourself kind of the same questions. What did I learn about motherhood? How was I mothered? How did I see the mother figures around me handle stress and handle their mental health? Okay. A second thing, like just as we're chatting about the topic is, it starts with you, right? You were a person before you were a mother. You are a person now that has the role and the responsibility of a mother, but you have to address your personal mental health, right? You have to pour into yourself before you can pour into others. And sometimes it's just as simple as um, filling yourself back up, engaging in activities that you enjoy, setting aside intentional time for yourself. But sometimes, um, if we have mental health concerns that are not addressed, sometimes we can be pouring water into a cracked vase, right? So it's just this concept of you have to be a whole a person. It starts with you, it starts with your mental health, it starts with you being okay and addressing those concerns and addressing those pre-existing concerns as well before you even get to the role and responsibility of motherhood. And I know that's ideal. Sometimes it just doesn't happen that we know about our mental health concerns until we face motherhood. Um, but the concept here is you have to pour into yourself. You have to be okay in order to fulfill your duties and your responsibilities as a mother in a healthy way. Okay. So now moving into the tips, right? One is ask for help. Maybe you didn't see your mom ask for help. Maybe you feel ashamed for asking for help. Maybe it's like difficult for you to ask for help or difficult for you to even know what do I ask for. I don't even know how to communicate what I need. But even in that, it's okay to ask for help. Start with those who are around you, those trusted people who are around you. Start within your community to see if there are any resources in your community that can be of service to you, but don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Motherhood is not a easy task, so it's okay if you cannot do it by yourself. Even if you see mom do it by yourself, even if you see your guardians do it by themselves, it doesn't have to be done alone. Okay. Another thing, another tip you can do is make intentional time for you. Like I said before, you're still a person worthy of personal space and time to engage in social activities and activities that you enjoy. And one thing that I had to learn when it comes to this is I had to go ahead and be so intentional about it that I schedule it ahead of time, like I block it off. Because if not, I'll just be kind of engaged in a routine and doing things over and over and over and over again. And I'll look up and I'll be burnt out. I'll be frustrated. I'll be tired. And it's because I didn't have any time scheduled away. And sometimes for me personally, it may look different for you, but sometimes it's going ahead and taking off a day from work 3 or 4 weeks out, like before that time. Because if not, then my schedule will get full, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't have any time for myself. right? So it may look different for different folks, but just trying to be as intentional as possible and thinking ahead of time to try to take some time off for yourself, right? And set that time aside. Even if you have nothing planned, just some time to just be off and just to relax and rejuvenate. The next thing is reset your expectations. So we all know that we can't be perfect, but that doesn't stop us from trying it, right? We try to be perfect. So reminding yourself that you don't have to be perfect all the time. And a good strategy for when the thoughts of I need to be perfect come up is asking yourself, how can I be more present with myself in this moment? How can I be more present um, in this moment with my kids, right? Because sometimes if we get caught up in perfection, we lose sight of what's happening now. We lose those precious moments in expressing gratitude for those moments. Okay? And then the last thing here is don't be afraid to seek out a mental health professional, right? Your life did not begin when you had kids, and you may have some experiences or some concerns that you need to talk through with someone. And it may not be a mental health professional that you seek out, but it may be a parenting course, right? It may be a course on how to become an emotional intelligent parent. The point is, you don't have to do this alone. And kind of going back to seeking out a mental health professional, um, depending on where you are in your journey as a motherhood, but especially if you're carrying child, like even before the child comes, there are some mental health considerations that we know as professionals. So just taking the time, even if you haven't had a child yet. Often when we think of postpartum depression, we think of this specific time after the child is born, but mental health comes into play way before the child is born. So if you sense that something is off, something is right, not right, and you need to talk with someone, if you are seeing like drastic changes in your mood, or you just sense that something is not right. I need help. Listen to that intuition inside of you. And please, please don't be afraid to seek out help from a mental health professional or resources within your community. I hope this helps y'all. Bye.